Alright, so in this next example, I'm going to be solving it by elimination. So remember, elimination, the key word is eliminate. We're trying to eliminate either the x's or the y's. So we have to look at our coefficients. Does anything cancel out? No. We have a 4 and a 5, which don't cancel out, and we have a -3 and a +6, which also does not cancel out. So what we have to do if we're trying to use elimination is we have to make them cancel. And so we have to ask ourselves, which equation do we have to manipulate such that either our x's or our y's can be eliminated? And so just by looking at it, I can tell that if I take that -3 and multiply it by 2, that would give me a -6y. And then I would have -6y on top and +6y on bottom. So my goal is going to be to eliminate the y's. So that's what I'm going to go for first. So what I have to do is I have to multiply the entire equation by 2. But remember, whatever I do on the left side, same thing on the right side. Multiply by 2 on the left, multiply by 2 on the right. So I'm going to rewrite this whole entire system using my manipulated equation. So I have 2 times 4x and then 2 times -3y. Don't forget your negatives. So that's 8x minus 6y equals 10 times 2, which is 20. And then my second equation, I'm going to just leave it how it is. Alright, so now looking at our new system, this first equation in green is the same thing as the first equation in blue, except we manipulated it by multiplying it by 2. So now we see that the y's are actually going to cancel, because what's -6y plus 6y? It should be 0. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add all the like terms. 8x plus 5x should give me what? 13x. And then the y's are gone, so it's just equals 20 plus -7 is 13. So we have 13x equals 13. One equation, one variable. Just by looking at it, I can already tell that x is going to be equal to 1. Because 13 times 1 is 13. So we found our x. Remember, we're not done. We still have to find our y. So really we can use any equation to solve for y. I'm just going to use this bottom one right here to solve for y. So I have 5x plus 6y equals -7. But what do we know about x? It's equal to 1. So that's just 5 plus 6y equals -7. Alright, now this should just be second nature by now. Subtract 5 from both sides. Those cancel out. We have 6y equals -7 minus 5 should be -12. And just by looking at it, you can kind of tell that y is going to have to be equal to -2. 6 times 2 is 12, but 6 times -2 is -12. So we found our x and we found our y. So remember, our final answer is x, y. And again, I'll leave it up to you to check to make sure that's correct.